Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for returning. If you have subscribed to this channel, I want to thank you. I so appreciate that. So just a big thank you to all of you who are coming back. Today I wanted to do a different type of video. I want to do 2021 predictions with the tarot cards. I have received quite a few suggestions in the comment section about different cases. I do actually want to do videos in the future with all of those cases that you guys have suggested up until this point. I do want to wait until I have the time to put into each and every case. Each and every case deserves focus and attention to have the details surrounding the case, the timing, the dates, everything correct. So I do want to make sure that when I do those videos, I have the time to put into each one of those cases that they deserve. So, but tonight I'm going to do the 2021 elections, or not elections, guys, not elections, 2021 predictions. And it's going to be based on, you know, how it's impacting all of us, the everyday average people. Okay, so that's what I'm pulling on. I do want to also add that I have been doing the setup with the camera in front of me so people can hear me better, because I did receive a lot of feedback from viewers that they said that they could not hear me. So I have it set up like this. I do think it's helping a little bit. I do have a mic now, so I hope that that helps. But what I want to do eventually is I want to do a split screen so that you guys can see me pull the cards on the table, and you know, you can have both the in front of me so you can hear me better, and also see the cards, because I feel like the seeing of the cards just shows the integrity of the drawing, and I do like that, and I prefer it like that. So that's something that I'm gonna hopefully have done in the future. So for today's reading, I've got 3 decks. I don't know if I'm going to get to all 3 of them, but I do have 3 decks out, and I have the traditional Rider-Waite, because that's the one that I really like the most, is the Rider-Waite. I also have Everyday Witches Tarot, which if you guys have been watching me, you know I like this one because of the imagery. And then I have, for this particular reading, I have the New Era Elements deck. I like this because of the images. They're different. They don't have any color to them. And when I first bought this deck, I was a little bit concerned about the lack of colors, because I do like to use colors in my interpretation, or look at the colors in the interpretation, but it really, the images are so in-depth and so powerful that you are not lacking anything by not having the color in the cards. So if anybody's interested, this is the box. Okay, so it's New Era Elements Tarot. Very, very, very cool deck, actually. And when I had finally decided that that was the reading that I was going to do tonight, this deck is what came to my mind, okay, to use this deck. So having said that, I will get started, and I'll start to shuffle. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope everybody had a great, safe, and wonderful holiday. Okay, what do we have coming up for the world predictions for 2021? What do we need to know about 2021? What do we need to know about 2021? Okay, 2021. Oops, one fell out. The Ace of Earth, which is going to be the Ace of Pentacles, fell out. And then we have Oppression. And I will show you these cards. We have the Devil, Son of Water, which is the Page of Cups, Adjustment, number 8, which in this case is, this one is going to be, this one is a major arcana, but it's actually going to be, it's not based on the Rider-Waite. So when I look at 8 for the major arcana, You know, it's either going to be justice or strength. I'm used to it being strength, but this is going to be actually justice in this tarot deck, if that makes any sense. All right, and then we have the Empress. Okay, abundance. Two of Swords. The Sun. Stability. Exploration. And the Hermit card. Okay, so we have a good mixture of things. Some good, maybe some not so good. But remember, there's duality in everything. There's good and bad in all things. It's just when you get off kilter and you get too much of either one of those is when you can start to have problems. And, you know, yes, there is something as far as having too much of a good thing. You know, so you want that middle ground, that balance. Okay, so let me just start right here. And I'm trying to figure out where to start at, but I think I'm gonna, for now, I'm gonna start with the first card, which is the Ace of Earth. Earth are the Pentacles. It's the Pentacles. You know, it's financial, it's material possessions. It can be sometimes health. It's your job. It's your, you know, all these types of things. And aces, what I like to think of the aces as are light bulb moments. It's that light bulb moment where you're thinking, okay, this is what I can do. Okay. And then you go and the next step is to put it into action. So this is that light bulb moment. This is like a new thought, a new idea. Okay. So we have Pentacles. So we're talking about new ideas as far as money is concerned, as far as finances, new jobs, new hobbies, new things along those lines. It can be a positive for health. I do feel like aces are positive, so it could be better health. It could be getting into better shape. Myself, right? I need to do that. But anyway, let me not go there. Like, for example, this could be me, okay, saying, Nyoka, you have to use the, you know, walker back there, the treadmill. Maybe that's what that is, but it's up to me to get on there, right? I don't know. But anyway, so this is kind of like a new beginning, a new start. And so I do think that a lot of people are looking at this next year more so than any other year ever in the past as that new beginning year. This has been quite an interesting year. Many people lost their jobs. Their jobs became obsolete. You know, and you know, it's been a very challenging and difficult year for many. You know, people lost their lives. And so I do think that this is kind of that year that everybody's looking for some sort of reprieve, and they're going to look at it as a new beginning. And I kind of feel like when you have those ideas that you're going to look at it, things are going to be different, you almost manifest it. You almost manifest it into reality. And so I do think that is going to actually happen. I think so many people are looking forward to the new year and seeing what new things are going to come, that they're actually going to create new things, which is good. I think right now we have a feeling of oppression. So this is this is going to be the 10 of fire, which is the 10 of wands. Okay, so this is, you know, in that traditional tarot deck, this is the guy going up the hill. He's got all of his wands on his back and his shoulders, and you can see his home is up in the, you know, distance. So he's almost at the end of it. He's almost there. He only has a little bit more to go, but he's overwhelmed. He's burdened. He's got a lot of things, you know, so that's what this card is. Different image from that one. That's why I like this deck. It's completely different. So I do think that this is indicative of how a lot of us are feeling right now, you know, oppressed. You really couldn't draw a better card for what a lot of people are feeling right now. You know, and I don't mean to go political, because I don't want to go political on this channel because it's such a divisive topic, but a lot of people right now do feel oppressed. Even with the voting situation, a lot of people don't feel like their votes counted in this election. And so, there's a lot of this feeling, people are feeling that their rights are being taken away, that they can't do things. There were a lot of people, I know people were telling me that they were complaining because they couldn't have Thanksgiving dinner with their humongous family. They couldn't pick up, people, from out of town and have people come over because they were limited on how many people could come and celebrate the holiday with them. And they don't like that feeling. They don't like that feeling of being told what to do. Very, very concerning that it's still coming up. That because remember, this is a 2021 prediction, and so I do feel like we are going to take these feelings into 2021. Okay, I do feel like that is indicative on how a lot of people are feeling now, and the fact that it's coming out in this reading makes me feel like it's going to continue and roll over into 2021. I don't know for how long, but this feeling is, not going away at midnight on January or December 31st at all. So that is a concern. And then we do have the devil. Okay, so the devil is, that's that shadow self, that dark self that I said in the beginning. You have that duality, that light and dark. And I'm looking at this one and I'm seeing the dollar sign and I'm seeing the Nazi symbol. To me, the Nazi symbol represents hatred. The dollar sign, we know that sometimes money is the root of all evil. And the image is horrible. It looks like children, young children, that are laying there. And so, I'm looking at war, famine, hunger, along those lines. And so, that concerns me. And I also, when I look at this card, I feel global. I don't even feel local. I feel global. I feel like this is like a global issue. And so I do kind of wonder if there's going to be, I'm not saying war or anything. For some reason, I'm really feeling, when I look at this card, I feel like, I feel famine. I feel hunger. And it's unnecessary. Like I'm feeling famine and hunger, and it's unnecessary. I feel like children are going to die because of those things, or illnesses or sicknesses or something like that, and it can be prevented. It can be prevented, but due to selfish financial reasons, it's not. And so that concerns me. So as of right yet, we have new hope, new beginnings. Things are going to be changing, but some things are going to be remaining. Some things are going to stay the same. I do feel like there is a lot of feelings of oppression from a lot of people, and those feelings are not going to go away in the beginning of the new year. It's going to take some time, and some changes have to happen in order for those feelings to go away. They don't just go away like that. And then I do feel like there's something going on globally with other countries, where there's going to be the hunger, famine, diseases, illnesses, which is concerning. And then we have the Son of Water, which is going to be your Page of Cups. So this is, again, it kind of follows along with that Ace. It's kind of like the new idea that pops into your head, and then the Page is the person that starts putting it into action. So this is like a new idea, new thought process. Water is feelings, emotions. So I do feel like this is really going to go with this one here. So it's this one here and then this one. I do feel like people are going to look to this year as a new beginning, as a new start. And so I do think that that's going to help the mentality of a lot of people. We're going to go in and we're going to be like, hey, you know what, this is a new year. I'm going to change it. I'm not going to do things the same, that kind of mentality, that idea. And I do think that a lot of people are going to, have a better outcome. I think once you put that idea in your mind and you start putting it into action, then you create that to happen into your life. You manifest it, okay, if you will. And then we have 8, which in this deck, typically an 8 for me, and the traditional Rider-Waite is the Strength card. In this deck, though, it's the Justice card, okay? So the Justice card. So, you know, when you think of justice, or not even think of justice, but look at this card, you're thinking of balance, right? That's the first thing that comes to mind. So, you know, think of harmony, fairness, okay, balance, objectivity. This can also be legal matters because, again, in the Justice in a regular traditional tarot, which I believe is number 11 in the traditional Rider-Waite, it's a person, it's the man sitting on the throne, and he's got the purple veil behind him, and he's got the scales. The scales are always in the Justice card. Here they use balance instead of the scales. So this here is legal matters, and I think that this, okay, is probably representing everything that's going on right now, especially in the United States, as far as the legal matters with the politicians. I don't want to go into it, but I do feel like this is a good sign, and I feel like when this card comes out, whatever results come from that legal matter are going to be the right and true results. So I do feel like the legal situation with the 2020 election, this is what it's referring to, and I do think that it kind of goes well with this card, a feeling of being oppressed, because remember I said I feel like people who you know, for example, voted and don't feel like their vote counted, or that their vote was counted or disposed of, or whatever the fact of the matter is, this is a feeling that a lot of people have, okay? And we can't dismiss what people are feeling, okay? Whether you agree or disagree with it, if people feel that way, they feel that way. That's a right to feel that way. So to me, this is a card saying that ultimately fairness and truth will prevail, okay? So, you know, the Justice card is a legal card. That's first and foremost what I look at the Justice card as, is a legal card. And so I do feel like this is definitely indicative of what's going on in the country, the United States right now, with the lawsuit, you know, with the president and whatnot. So whatever comes of that, I trust with this card coming out that it will be a fair and legal outcome. So I will say that. And then I have the Empress, which the Empress is that motherly figure. Beautiful image here on this card, way better than the traditional Rider-Waite image, but the Empress is that motherly figure, that you know, woman that you go to that is, you know, going to help you, listen to you, guide you, give you love, compassion, truth, guidance, okay? And so I do feel like, you know, if I'm looking at this as a whole, I feel like, you know, I think this is like a lesson card. This is the deck saying this is what people need more of, compassion. I think we're lacking compassion, especially in this country. I think that we are so divisive and so, you know, we you know, if you mention one thing about politics, even to the point to where I don't even want to cover politics on my channel because it's so divisive, and no matter what you say, you're going to anger someone. You know, it doesn't matter. You're going to anger someone. And yes, it's okay to have differences in opinions, but that's just it. It's beyond differences of opinions. You can't just express your opinion and somebody say, well, yeah, you're right, but I have to agree to disagree. We are just on a different page, and move on. It's not like that. It's very, you know, you don't agree with me, so I'm going to, you know, I don't know, destroy your home, or, you know, whatever. I'm going to hit you or beat you up, or whatever the case may be. It's gone to a different level. You know, the United States is based on differences, and freedoms of expressions and freedoms of thought, and you know, those types of things have kind of, I feel like, dissipated in the past maybe 15 to 20 years. And I think this is a card saying that we need to go back to that, having compassion. Have compassion and care for your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers. I'm not saying you have to love everybody. I'm not even saying that you have to like everybody, but if somebody is different from you, or if you don't agree with them on something, it doesn't mean that you have to hate them, okay? It just means that you're different. You have different opinions, and that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions. But I think going forward, in order to have a better outcome, we need to be more compassionate and considerate to people. And once we start doing that, then we will start seeing things change. We will start seeing improvements. So this is abundance. This is the Three of Cups. This is like a celebration. The original tarot, it's three women. They're holding up their cups, and they're dancing, or they're frolicking around, and they're drinking, and they're having a great time. Okay, so this is abundance, but it's cups, so it's water, it's feelings, it's emotions, it's an abundance of good feelings and good emotions. Okay, that's what it is. So I do feel like that's a good sign. I feel like if we can all change a little bit, and that includes me, we all have to, take some responsibility for our actions. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. We're constantly learning. That's what this thing called life is. We're learning, we make mistakes, we change, we go on, and we learn from our mistakes, and we grow. That's how we grow. But if we are just compassionate people, and we treat everybody fairly, and we treat everybody as fairly as we possibly can, and we're honest, and we have integrity, things are going to change. Things are going to be different. And then we have the equilibrium, which is going to be the two of that's the air sign, so that's airs are swords. So we have the Two of Swords. Usually this is not the image that I get with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is usually the woman sitting on the bench, and she's got her arms crossed, and she's blindfolded, and she's holding a sword in each hand. And it's basically saying that she has a decision to make. Both decisions are kind of sucky. She's neglecting making a decision because they both are hard. Okay, neither one of them is a choice that she wants to make. But she's going to have to make one. Okay, so that's what the Two of Swords is usually about. So this is equilibrium. This is it kind of actually reminds me of the Two of Pentacles a little bit more than the Two of Swords, but I kind of feel like, honestly, it's balance restored. I think it's, there's something I feel like right now we're in the calm before the storm, so to speak. And it's a little bit unsettling to me. I do feel slightly unsettled with it, but I think there's something that's going to happen, and it's going to be challenging, but I think it has to happen in order for us to move forward. And I think once this, whatever this is, happens, we will learn from it, and we will go forward, and everything will be okay. But we have to go through this something, if that makes sense. We have to go through whatever is coming, this cloud of whatever it is. We have to go through that in order to move on. But I think once we can get through it, then we're going to be fine. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. I will say this, though. Best card in the deck, we've got the Sun. So there are sunny days ahead. I do think that this is very, very, very clearly stating to me that 2021 is going to be a better year for most people. I think that there's going to be more work. I think that there's going to be more job opportunity. I think that we have to put our own egos aside, and we have to work together. We have to work as a team. This Three of Cups, abundance, this is also teamwork, okay? This is working together in groups, okay? Getting along with people, working with your coworkers, getting along with your family, your friends, your coworkers, your classmates. If we can do all these things, and we can get through whatever this cloud is that I feel is just over us right now, I think things are going to be really a lot better on the other side. We can come out of this a lot better on the other side. The sun's going to be there, okay? There's always tomorrow. Things are always going to improve. Remember, the circle, or the cycle of life is always changing. It's ever changing. And then we have stability. So I think this year is going to bring a lot more stability for a lot of people. This is this is, you know, planting your roots and watching them grow. Okay, so this is not planting your roots. Sorry, you don't plant roots. You plant seeds. You plant seeds. This is planting your seeds and watching them grow. Okay, this is being grounded. This is being stable. You know, I think that, honestly, I feel like right now a lot of people feel unstable because they don't know what's going on. When you don't know what's happening, you don't feel stable, right? If you don't know if your job is going to be open in 6 months from now, you don't feel like that's a stable job. And so I do feel like this is a card saying that, you know, that feeling of stability is going to return eventually. And when I think of this, I think of, I'm really kind of thinking more along the lines of career, job, school. Everything is just kind of up in the air right now. We don't know what's going on. I mean, are my kids going to be in school next week? Are they going to be home? Are they going to be virtually learning? What's going on? We're really lacking in that stability, and I think that that stability is going to return next year. I don't think it's going to happen right away. I don't think it's going to be January 1st by any means. You know, I'm looking at all these cards, you know, the Sun card, the Abundance card. You know, these are all warmer weather type cards. Okay, so I'm thinking spring, summer. I honestly think that by spring or summer, we will start to see some improvement in our outlook as far as everything is concerned. I don't think it's going to happen right away, and I don't think it's going to be anytime in the winter months at all. I think it's going to take some time to you know, get out of this feeling of uncertainty. So, but I do think it's going to come eventually. And then we have the three of that's fire. So we have the Three of Wands. So exploration. Trying to think of what the Three of Wands is. Oh, the Three of Wands is always the man standing on the shoreline, and his back is facing us, so he's facing towards the water, and he's watching the boats. You know, we never know if the boats are leaving or if they're coming in, and so that's what this card is. So exploration. So, you know, and it kind of goes with this symbolism of the original tarot, if you think about it, because he could be sending his ships out to explore different lands, or he could have sent them out and maybe now they're returning. So, you know, that kind of goes well with it. But, you know, if you really look at this particular image, you know, we've got, you know, a spaceship or whatever you call it. I don't know. Spaceship. It's not a spaceship. It's not a space. You know what I'm talking about. So is this something with scientific research? Are we going to be exploring things that we've never thought possible? I don't know. You know, I kind of feel like really I'm taking this card literally. And I do feel like it's, I think it's exploring, you know, I don't know. For some reason, I keep feeling like AI is popping into my mind, and you know, are there going to be some weird, strange, very modern, like unbelievable things coming out in the year 2021? I think quite possibly. You know, I don't even think that that's necessarily a good thing. I have a limit of where I want technology to go. But I think this is going to be exploration in the form of science, in the form of technology. I think that we're definitely going to see quite a few changes in the year 2021 as far as that is concerned, which is good and not so good. I think I'm not an AI fan personally. I mean, granted, I would like to have some sort of artificial intelligence doing my laundry every week and doing my dishes every day and cooking dinner and cleaning. But, you know, I think when is enough, okay? I don't, you know, we're already starting to feel the impacts of, you know, AI, you know, taking jobs, okay? So jobs are going to become obsolete. There's always a pro and con to everything. You know, again, you got to have that balance. You got to have balance in order to be really, I successful. You don't want it to get to the point to where things like that take over our lives. But there's exploration. So I do feel like, and maybe, you know, I don't know, it could be space exploration as well. So there's that. And then we have the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit card is kind of like introspection. It's just, you know, kind of going into your own self and trying to figure out who you are, and what you believe in, your belief systems, your true self, you know. And I do feel like a lot of us have taken this year to do that. I know I have. You know, let me just look at this card because I'm not used to this one, and it has so many things in here. There's a drawing on the wall behind the man that I'm looking at, but I think this is kind of, you know, saying to all of us, we have to kind of look within and see what we can, you know, change about ourselves, you know, alter about ourselves. Is there anything that we can let go of that no longer serves us? It's kind of like that regular New Year's resolution type card. That's kind of how I'm going to say it. It's like a New Year's resolution card. You know, what is it about yourself that you would like to let go? Is there something in your life that is no longer serving you in your best interest? You know, is there a personal thing that you have to change or acknowledge that, you know, a personal you know, trait that is not necessarily good? I do think that this is kind of like a search within yourself, and, you know, maybe this is a time to broaden your spirituality. Maybe this is a time to, you know, broaden your awareness, changing the way you think, your perspective on life, on politics, on your job. I think that is kind of saying that those things are going to have to be done in this year, regardless of whether you want it to or not. I think this is a year that is going to require some growth and some change on our ends, and that includes me as well. So overall, I do think things are going to improve. I think that there is going to be something happen in the legal system. I think that whatever comes of it is going to be fair. I feel like I trust the cards enough to where if the Justice card comes out, and if there's something going on legally, that whatever the result is of that is going to be fair. And that's what I say. So whether or not I agree with an outcome or don't agree with the outcome, whatever happens in the future here politically, I'm going to say to myself, well, I pulled that Justice card, so whatever happens was meant to happen, and apparently it was fair. So I do feel like that is the lawsuit with the president and the election results, and so that is playing a huge role in how 2021 is going to play out. Okay, I will say that. And I don't know what the results are going to be. All I know is that I trust the Justice card, and whatever the results are going to be, it's fair. I'm going to take that as you know, that's just the way I feel. A lot of people are feeling oppressed, but I do see brighter days ahead. I do think that there's some things that have happened because they needed to happen in order to have change. So I'll say that as well. So let's see, I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Everyday Witches Tarot. What do we have coming for the year 2021? What can we expect in 2021? 2021. What do we expect for 2021? Okay, I'm at 33 minutes. Okay. Six of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, so let's start there. I'm going to try to go through these quickly because I'm already at 34 minutes. I'm trying not to have like an hour-long video again, but I've got the Six of Pentacles, okay, the Five of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, so just to quickly go over this, I will say that the Six of Pentacles is give and take. This is balance, okay? This is helping people who need help and also knowing that it's okay to ask for help. This has been a year that was financially, this was a struggling financial year for many people. Like I said before, many people lost their jobs became obsolete, they were laid off, whatever the case may be. I was working in a school when this whole thing came about, and so we were all sent home, you know, so it, you know, this is basically, I look at this as, you know, if you're in the position to help others, then do that. Even if it's something small, you'll be amazed at how something small can go a long way and mean a lot to somebody else. And it's also a card saying that it's okay to ask for help, and that help is there. Help is there. And so again, looking at the 2021 predictions, I feel like there is some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm looking at these lights here behind this woman, and I feel like she's kind of, it's almost like this divine assistance. And so I do feel like there are going to be things put in place to help people. And I think people are going to be in a better position in 2021 than they were 2020. I almost kind of feel like this here, the woman in the middle is, I do feel like this is assistance, you know, whether it be in the form of a stimulus check or whatever the case may be. I do feel like there is still going to be something along those lines, whether it be now before the holidays, whether it be into the new year, whether it be February, I don't know, but I do feel like there is some sort of hope that there is going to be some help given to people who desperately need it. Okay, so I'll say that. And then we have the Five of Wands, which to me is competition. Okay, so this is competition. I do feel like this is indicative of the way the everyday people are feeling with each other. There's a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering. And look what happens when you stop paying attention to what it is you're doing. If you guys were working together and putting this thing together here in this cauldron, you know, things would be good, but you're so busy bickering with each other that everything's falling apart, and you have an overflow, and you've got a fire starting, so you've got a disaster. And I do feel like this is a good representation of divide and conquer. I feel like this is, you know, politics and the government and, you know, things like that, and this here is us, the people. And they've got us bickering and arguing so much with each other. You know, all this stuff right here, shit's just going to hell. And you know, we're not even paying any attention. There's so much stuff going on and hatred between people and just decisiveness and whatnot, that, you know, everything's falling apart. We have to kind of come together as a people. We can respect other people's opinions. You know, I may not agree with what you believe in. You may not agree with what I believe in, but that doesn't mean I hate you as a person, or that you should hate me as a person, or, you know, try to attack you, or, you know, nonsense like that. When I see things on social media where I'm watching videos of people attacking kids because their parents are protesting or this or that and whatever, and it's just that's so disheartening to see that, because that's what this country was built on, was people being able to express their opinions, being able to practice the religion that they want to, people being able to believe in what they want. And so you shouldn't be attacked for the way you feel, and you shouldn't attack anybody else for the way they feel. It goes both ways. And so I think that is very much what's happening here right now, that we are all so consumed with hatred and just, you know, what's going on, that we're not even paying attention to the disaster it's creating. And then we have, what do we have? We have two pages. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So I'm going to do both of those together. The Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups are, again, that new idea that you're putting into action. Okay, you're taking a new path. Look at this guy. He's taking a new path. You know, the ace is which one he's going to take. He decided which one he's going to take, and now he's going to take it, okay? And he's going to see where that leads him. What is he gonna come in contact with along the way? I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, but he is going to take this path and find out what's going on. And then here, this one here, again, it's something new, okay? So it's the Page of Cups. This is kind of like that, well, I mean, just look at it. It is what it is. It's like this young person, you know, discovering this passion of art or painting or drawing or whatever it is, and they're doing it, they're learning. She's probably, you know, she's got a mess down here, right? So it kind of reminds you of a child painting, right? But that's where you start. That's where it starts. And so as this person grows older, and if they become more experienced in it and they practice, and, you know, then you may have an artist on your hands. But this is that beginning, okay, that beginning stage. And so these are beginnings. These are beginnings of something new. And I do feel like that is basically what is the 2021 year coming up. I do feel like it is a new beginning. It's a new, it's a means to a new path. I think that things are going to happen. I told you before that I do kind of feel like right now we're kind of in that calm before the storm. I think something has to happen, and I'm not trying to frighten anybody because I don't think it's anything devastating. I just think that there's something that has to happen in order for something else to come in and you know, make it better. I do feel like something new is going to come out of this. I think whether it be the election, whether it be the new year, I think definitely there's going to be ideas of new things, new changes, new belief. Just there's going to be some things different. I wouldn't even be surprised if, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if and again, I hate talking about politics, I really do, but I think that this might be even something to do with the voting system. I think that there was so much cause for concern from so many people that there are going to have to be new, there's going to have to be new things implemented in the voting system from here on out in the future, because they're going to have to come up with a new way of making sure that things are fair and that people are, you know, having their votes be counted. And so I do feel like that there's something that they're going to have to do moving forward, that they're going to have to change, and that is going to restore hope in a lot of people. So I do feel like that's where the pages are coming from. There's going to be some changes. There's some new things coming. But I think the new things are going to be good. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So think of swords. Swords are air. Swords are our breath, our consciousness, our thoughts, okay? I think that whenever this new thing takes place, it's going to have that hope that it's gonna make people feel better. They're gonna have that, I'm trying to think of the word I want to think of, but like restore their belief in the system, okay, is what I'm trying to say. So I do feel like there has to be some changes made in order to go forward. And once those changes are made, then I think it'll restore the, the trust in the system. I don't think that trust in the system right now is there. I don't think that the trust in the government is there right now. I think that there has to be changes moving forward in order to gain that trust back. That's the only way it's going to happen. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is defensiveness. So, I think that again, it really kind of shows how a lot of people feel defensive right now as far as their belief system. And it's like I can't even really do a 2021 prediction without talking about some politics. I do feel like people feel on the defense about whatever it is that they believe in. You shouldn't have to feel defensive about something that you believe in. I know that's natural, and that's just a natural human feeling, but I don't... We have to stop attacking one another. We just have to stop attacking people. We cannot just attack people that we don't agree with, because if we do that, then we're never gonna we're never going to heal. And I do believe that we do need to heal as a nation, as a global world. We need to heal. But to attack people that have different opinions or belief systems than you, you're the problem, okay? Not the person with the different thought or the belief, okay? You shouldn't attack people for anything like that. So I do think that there's those feelings going on. And then we have the moon, okay? The moon is basically secrets. It's secrets being exposed, secrets coming out. The moon illuminates things in the dark, okay? So we have a full moon tonight. What is it? December 29th or November 29th. We have a full moon tonight. So this is kind of like preparing us to know that something's going to come out. So I do think that there is going to be something that comes out. I do get this feeling. I really, really, truly do. I get this feeling that we are, like I said before, we are in the calm before the storm. I think something is going to happen. And I think that whatever this is that happens needs to happen in order for us as a country, as a world, can move forward. I don't think it's going to be devastating. I think it's going to be shocking. And I think that once it happens, then we can say, okay, so what are we going to do now to move past this? And what changes can we implement to get past this? So I do feel like there are going to be some secrets and things that are coming out. Okay, so be prepared in 2021 to have some secrets and things, and be prepared to be shocked, because I think I think we're all going to be shocked when some things start coming out. And we've got look at that reflection. So we've got the little cat looking in the water, and he sees himself, but he sees himself as like this black jaguar, right? So to me, that screams, deception, thinking of ourselves as a certain way, and we're not really that way. But in this case, I feel like there's somebody presenting themselves as something, and they're not that at all. We've got the dark clouds, right? We've got the path. Okay. So I do feel like this is going to be, something, and I don't know, it's the 18th. I don't usually like to do dates because but we've got the 18th. So could this be December 18th, that there's something going to come out on the on the 18th? I don't know. We'll have to see, but I would definitely keep an eye out, and don't be surprised if some shocking thing comes out and secrets are exposed. And then we have the Four of Cups, which is, this is just, to me, the Four of Cups is kind of like that tantrum card. I look at the Four of Cups as a tantrum card. It's kind of like looking at the glass half empty instead of half full, okay? So this is... I think that this is just a good reminder for all of us to be grateful for the things that we do have in our lives, because even if you're not doing as well as you were last year or 5 years ago, there's still things to be grateful for in your life, okay? And that's a good kind of vibe to send out into the universe, is gratitude, because that's when you get rewarded with more things. Don't always look at the glass half empty. Look at it as half full. I know that's something that I have to work on even myself, but I've been working on it, and I can tell you that it does help a lot. It really does. If you just tweak your perspective on things just a little bit, it changes your whole outlook on life. And so whatever comes this year, just remember to be thankful for the things that you do have, and you will, I guarantee, be greatly rewarded for it. Let me take a look at this card. We have a fish, we have a cat, books, keys, hammers. We've got water, we've got a waitress. And this is why I like to take my time and look at the cards. I kind of feel like, waitresses have really gotten hit hard, I think, with this virus and the way that everything has shut down. You know, this is a group of people, and not to say that, you know, there's some places you can, I mean, there are some waitresses and waiters working right now. There are some places that are open and you can go in and eat inside, but that was a really hard hit market. And I kind of, when I look at her face on this card, now I know she's looking at the man, and she's kind of got that sympathetic kind of look of, you know, feeling sorry for him. But I kind of look at the face, her facial expression, and, you know, I kind of feel like this is kind of telling me that there are some people that are really concerned about the outlook, or the outlook of their jobs and what field they worked in. And, you know, when you don't know, you don't have that you just don't know what's going to come. You don't know what's happening. Okay. Is my job going to come back? Is my job still going to be available? And so I do kind of feel like I'm kind of getting that from that card. And I do feel like people are going to have more of an idea of how to move forward in 2021. And I do think that people are going to I do think that there's going to be a lot of returning to work. I really do. I'm looking at this card and I see keys hanging on the wall. I see hammers. To me, this is like a card saying these things are going to come back. These jobs are going to come back. So I do feel like there is some improvement coming as far as the economy, as far as the workforce. I think that jobs that have closed up, you know, are going to be returning in 2021. I'll say that. I do think that the economy is gonna change in a positive way. And then what am I at? 51 minutes. Oh my God, I might as well just do 10 more minutes and do an hour since I'm sorry, I don't know how some tarot readers do these tarot readings and they do like a 12-minute video. How do you do a tarot reading in 12 minutes? I mean, I wish I was that fast, but I don't know, I just can't do it. It takes me a while. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I make these videos so ungodly long. Pull a couple of Rider-Waite. The Star, the Empress, Six of Swords, the King of Wands. Oh, what do you know? The Four of Cups. I swear to God, when you start pulling things repetitively, it's really a sign that needs to come out. The Six of Wands. I'm going to stop right there. So I've got the Star, the Empress, King of Wands, okay? And then I've got the Four of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Wands. All even numbers right here. We've got balance, right? We've got some balance being restored in 2021. That's the way I look at that. And then we have the Four of Cups. Remember I said this is like my tantrum card. Okay, these two are the same. Different imagery, same card, but you get different feelings from it. You know, that's why I like the different decks. This is my tantrum card. It's like he's being pissy because, you know, he can't have what's over here and he doesn't even see what's being handed to him right there in front of his face. That's kind of how I look at that card. You know, looking at life with gratitude and seeing the opportunity that's always presented in front of you, and not dismissing that, because that's when you just taking advantage of the opportunities in front of you. So take advantage of opportunities that present themselves in your life in 2021, or from now to 2021. Okay, so you know, things aren't always as gloomy as they seem or they feel. Pay attention to signs and little details, and you know, you never know what's to come. Did I not pull the Empress in the New Era Elements deck? The Empress, that motherly figure, that warm, wonderful mother that you go to when you had a bad day at school and you come home and mom's got a snack for you and she's got a drink for you. And okay, I'm a mother of boys, so that, you know, I baby them, and that's kind of, I still baby them. They're like grown men and I still baby them. But you know, that is something I think that the tarot is saying that we need to have more of. We have to have more compassion, love, compassion. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're blinded to things that's going on. It just simply means that you have compassion for others, and you treat them with care. Okay. You're strong. You're still strong. You have a lot of inner strength, a lot of inner strength. Okay, you know, this is a person that, look at the sun behind her head, just a loving person. And I think that that's something that we all need to be reminded to be more of, is more caring and compassionate towards one another and ourselves. And then we have the King of Wands, which is somebody who is, you know, very, when I think of the wands, that is fire. That's your will, your inner desire, your longing. You know, and this is someone in an authoritative position. But in this case, since it is a 2021 prediction reading, I feel like it's representing all of us. And, you know, it's kind of reminding us of, or it's things that we should all learn to encompass in ourselves. Okay, the qualities of this King of Wands. Okay, so you know, just, you know, when I think of the King of Wands, I think of well, because it's a court card, because it's a king, I always think number one, it's authoritative, right? I'm looking at him and I feel like he is, you know, very, he's got his emotions under control. He seems very calm. He seems very at attention. He's paying attention. He's very you know, diligent in where he's looking. And so I do feel like that is a reminder of us to be diligent, to pay attention to what's going on around us. He is really, he to me, he's really staring off into something and watching something. He's holding his ground. And so I do feel like this is definitely, you know, to me, wands represent intuitiveness and intuition and being awakened. So I do think that this is kind of reminding us to, you know, just be cautious and be conscious about what's happening around you. Pay attention, look between the lines, okay? Don't just take for granted what's being told to you and take it as fact or truth, okay? Because it isn't always. And so you have to really kind of judge things that you're being told and things that you're watching and make your own determination, and use your own gut and your own intuition when you're watching things. You know, even with the media, the news today, I don't even feel like I can watch anything because it's like you don't know what's being told is even factual or true. And so, you know, just, I think this is just a reminder to, you know, use that gut instinct and that intuition that we are all born with, that gift that we are all born with, and make your own determination of things. Pay attention, be alert. Just pay attention to what's going on. Okay. And I think you'll be better for it in 2021. Use your instinct when you're listening to the news and when you're watching things. Leave things behind that are no longer serving you. I think this is going to be 2021. We are leaving bumpy or rough waters, and we're going out into the calmer sea. You know, so I think a lot of bad things or a lot of negative things and concerning things we are going to be leaving behind in 2020, and things are going to be improved. Okay, so I do think that 2021 is going to be a better year for most. I think the economy will be better. I think jobs will return. I do think that we need to change ourselves as people, as human beings. I think that that's what's really holding. I think that the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves and for each other and for the country and other countries, the world globally, I think that we need to change ourselves. I think that we need to be more compassionate, more kind to people, more accepting of other people's opinions, not be so hateful and divisive and violent and aggressive. That is what's going to destroy us as a country or even as a nation. You know, so I think, yes, the jobs are going to return and the economy is going to be okay. And there are going to be things that are happening in the political world that are just going to happen. You know, when it does, it happens. Whether Biden takes office in January or if Trump wins his legal pursuits and, you know, remains in office, I have no idea. I don't know yet. But whatever it is, we have to, you know, we have to accept it, I guess, as that's the way it is, and we have to find some way to move forward and move forward without killing one another and killing each other, because that's really what's destroying the nation, I think, is us, you know, us and our behaviors. Is there any reason to go out and destroy things and light cars on fire? And, you know, I can't fathom it. I don't know. I just, there's other ways of going about it, you know, that I don't know. I just, it's so frustrating, but I think really the ultimate thing that's coming from this reading is that we have to change ourselves, and only then are we going to leave these rough waters behind us and move forward into better times. But I think that ultimately we can do that, and I think that we will do that because we have the Star. And we have the Victory card again. So we have the Six of Wands and we have the Star. Okay, so this Star is, you know, what's the Star represent? It represents renewal. Okay, inspiration. Okay, this is kind of like that reprieve, I think, that we are all looking for in 2021, and I think that we can actually get there. I have hopes that we're going to get there. I think whatever our wishes and our manifestations, our desires, if we put them out there and we try to work towards it, those things will come. Okay, balance will be restored. This is just harmony right here. This is happiness, harmony. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. So, you know, when I think of the number 8, infinity, I was just counting the stars. So we have 8 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if you count the big one. So what is 8? 8 is harmony. It's fairness. It's balance. It's objectivity. It's legal matters. I do think that things are going to play out. And I don't know which way it's going to go, but I do think that whatever way it goes, it's going to be fair. Okay, it's going to be fair, and we're gonna move on from that. Who's the victor in this? I hope it's us, the people. I hope that, you know, there's something that can happen to where, you know, it changes our whole dynamic, our whole perspective on how we see each other, how we view each other's opinions, how we accept each other's opinions. There's got to be some sort of give and take. There's got to be something going on that we change. We need to change ourselves. Yes, government needs to change and politicians need to change, but we also need to change. We need to take responsibility for ourselves as well, because it's not just all politicians. You know, it's us. Okay, so, you know, if we want them to do things for us fairly and be decent human beings, then we need to try to be that way ourselves as well. So it goes both ways. But anyway, I do think that 2021 is going to be a pretty decent year. I do think that there's something that's going to come out. I do think that Donald Trump is going to continue on with his legal pursuits. I don't know the results of those legal pursuits, but I think that whatever the results are, they're going to be the right results because of the Justice card coming up a couple times. I do think that hope and, you know, confidence is going to be restored eventually in 2021. I think the economy is going to be a lot better. Jobs are going to be returning. So I do feel like there's going to be some secrets exposed because of the Moon card. When the Moon card comes out, there's always going to be something exposed. So I think that there is going to be something going on with that. And I think it's going to be sooner than later. I think it was the 18th, right? The Moon is the 18th major arcana. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe around December 18th, we might want to watch out for something coming out in the news. I also think that we have to move forward into this new year trying to be more awakened. All those wands, those wands are like intuition, your gut instincts, your intuition. Listen to what your gut is telling you. Don't take for face value everything that you read online or everything that you watch on TV. Make your own judgment, okay? Make your own judgment. Read between the lines. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to the signs. I suggest that when you watch the news, you know, don't take it all for face value and fact, okay? Because there's a lot of misinformation being put out there for people. So make sure that you're kind of looking between the lines and paying attention. I think that that's going to happen a lot in 2021. I think there's going to be things that are happening that are going to be shocking to people, and people are going to be like, wow, I can't believe that happened, kind of feeling. But I think overall things are going to move forward. I think there is some event. There is some event that has to happen. It has to take place in order for change. Okay, so I do keep feeling this like calm before the storm, and I do feel like there's going to be some event that takes place, and it's something that has to take place in order for change to come. Okay. But once it takes place and we get through that, it's kind of like things are going to get a little bit more worse before they get better. So I do feel like we are going to have something happen. I don't know what it is, but there's something going to happen. And because of that, we are going to improve going forward into 2021, and hope and balance and harmony are going to be restored. So anyway, that is my reading for the 2021 predictions. I feel like I rambled a lot. God, I don't even know what the hell I said. But anyway, I'm sorry I went an hour and 6 minutes. I apologize. Oh my God, maybe I should just, oh God, I don't know. Maybe I should just cut this in half and cut it off at 30 minutes. But okay, that wouldn't be fair. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful work week, or a wonderful week doing whatever it is you do. Be safe. Be kind to one another. Treat people how you want to be treated, okay? Be kind, be a good human being, be a good person, okay? We're not perfect, but just try to be good. Let's each try to do our part. So, okay, I thank you. Please like and subscribe. That helps me out so much. I'm also going to put a link to my Etsy shop if you want to go there and check it out. I appreciate it so much. Okay, I guess that's it. Have a great week, guys. Thank you.